For an entire technology-free generation, liner notes meant everything. As you spun a new record, you learned more about the artist through printed lyrics, photos, and shout-outs to other artists they love. Well, this CBC Saskatchewan series is bringing back those unique experiences, except we're not learning from a booklet, we're going straight to the artists we love. ZOCHI is one of those artists. She is a Saskatchewan Music Awards nominee. She has brand new music out now. And ZOCHI is with me here at the oldest building in Regina, the RCMP Chapel. ZOCHI, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you guys, man. Legendary.
What do you think of this venue?
I love it. 1895?
1883.
1883. Yeah, that's like 180 years older than me. So yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's cool.
Well, and faith's pretty important to you, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not a religious person, but I am a person of faith, and I do believe in Jesus. So I haven't been to church in a while, but being here and doing music here and seeing like Jesus all over my face is like amazing. Yeah. Cool. I'm thankful for sure.
Well, we're thankful to have you. We're going to talk a lot about music, but that's not where I want to start.
Okay.
Do you work at a tech company?
No.
No. Did you work at TELUS?
Yes, I did.
You worked at TELUS?
Yes, I did. I did door-to-door for TELUS.
And I know you did door-to-door because you came to my door before I actually even knew who you were, before I listened to your music. And I got to tell you this story because I would normally just say to someone coming door-to-door, oh, thanks, but I'm not interested. I'm not rude to anybody. But I wouldn't sit there. You had me on my step for 15 minutes because you were so nice, you were so kind, you were charismatic, you were convincing.
That's mine.
And this story stuck with me, and now here we are. Can you just tell me what that's like on your end? Because I was captivated by just the passion you had.
I mean, like this, what? Wow, that is interesting. I was struggling though, like doing door to door. It was my first time actually like saying, okay, yeah, I'm gonna commit to this and see what it is. And shout out to the people I actually work with. It's called Red Bar. They're really amazing people. They prepped me like, we had a training and all of that, and they're such good energy. So hearing you say that, like, obviously, you were nice, obviously, because if you were rude, then I probably would remember for sure. But yeah, that's sweet to know that that's how you felt about it. I was probably super anxious too, because I'm not really good with like talking someone into buying stuff.
You seemed good at it. You seemed very good at it.
Wow. Okay, that makes me feel good. Like I was pretending. I'm telling you right now. Like I was probably very nervous. But yeah, that's cool. It's a cool fact.
It honestly, though, discovering that it was you, because a couple weeks later, I went to the SAS Music Awards concert where you're performing, and I was like, hey, that's the girl that was pitching me on my doorstep, and I could see the charisma on stage. Just tell me, like, when you are going to door, or, you're doing any work, are you thinking about music? Are you thinking about, your performance, your charisma, who you are?
Yeah, I really don't like to think, but I'm an overthinker. Like, I think a lot. I'm always thinking about stuff. So when I was doing door-to-door, what was going through my head was, okay, because there's something they always say at the office, right? You got to weed out, like, your no's, right? And then when you get to, like, 50% of people that have said no to you, then you start to be hopeful because you know now that your yes is coming. So I was thinking about that, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to take anything personal if someone's being rude to me, whatever. I'm just going to focus on, like, getting that one yes that I need to today. And then there was also times, too, when I was so nervous, I started to sing. Like, I was singing in my head or singing out loud and just like, yeah, let's go. At some point, I have my headphones with me. I had my headphones with me as well, just playing the music in my ear. And then when I get to the door and they open, I take it out. And like, hey, my name is ZOCHI from TELUS. Nice to meet you. Yeah. But, yeah.
Crazy. So that music obviously helped you.
Yeah, music always helps me. It always helps me. And I don't like to abuse it either. Like, but it really comes through for me, like when I need to feel something or when I need clarity. That's what my music is all about. Like I use my music to like understand my emotions because I'm not very good with expressing myself, like what I need to actually say. And like standing up for myself emotionally is very tough for me. Like I shy away from stuff like that. But I find myself like talking about emotions and talking about things that I know that I couldn't say to someone over a song, and that way, like, I think it's better because it's good music and we're dancing, but I'm also being honest at the end of the day. So yeah.
Where did that first start? I assume growing up in Nigeria. You know,
Yeah.
what music were you listening to? What really captivated you? What first got your attention?
You guys, please don't cancel me for this, but I would say
Kanye?
yes, Kanye, Waka Flocka, like, oh my God, Chief Keef, Soulja Boy, Chris Brown, Nicki Minaj. I was heavy into like it was crazy because around me it was Afro. I grew up in Nigeria, like it's Afro beats everywhere. Obviously we're Nigerian now. Superstars, that's what the music they make. But as a kid, I kind of found myself like searching for something else, you know, like listening to stuff that's not very common. Like I would stay up till like 12 midnight just so I can listen to the radio, because that's the time that they play like Western music, like music from North America and stuff like that. So I'll wait till that time so I can hear those songs. So I didn't really grow up on a lot of Afro beats. And I think now I used to feel bad about it, like feel like, oh, I can't do Afro because I feel like I'm a fake because I didn't really listen to it or I didn't really enjoy it growing up. But now I'm like, wait, that's wrong because I'm African. I'm Nigerian. So it doesn't matter what I was listening to, I embody Afro. So if I want to do Afro now, as that I'm older, I can definitely do it and not feel bad. But I did grow up with a lot of, I love Kanye. Like, I really love Kanye.
Yeah.
Like, he's crazy, but I love him.
I want to come back to just Afro beats because you recently used the word adamant. You said you're adamant about making and highlighting Afro beats.
Yes.
Why is that?
Because I need to get over the imposter syndrome that I feel, feeling like I don't belong in places, or feeling like I'm a poser because I'm singing in Afro, or I'm using a certain kind of language that I probably didn't grow up, like, you know, that's not my regular language. Also, growing up, like, again, Nigeria, we speak a lot of English in Nigeria, and shout out to my parents. They did take us to like a private school, so I had a pretty good upbringing. But I think that also as a kid, like, that also kind of made me feel like, I might be a little bit, what do you call it, privileged than other kids. And so I think it affected me, like, mentally. I started to feel I can't do Afro because we travel outside Nigeria like every summer. Like, I'm listening to hip hop music. That's the kind of music I like. And now I'm adamant about, you know, standing up for myself for so many reasons. One, like, I'm gay or lesbian, whatever y'all want to call it, but that's who I am. I know I'm confident in my sexuality now, and that's a taboo back home. Like, it's a criminal offense back home to be gay. 14 years in prison. So even that too is like, dang, I can't even be, you know, I'm still struggling with that. You know, I'm still finding ways to let people know that this is who I am. Stop thinking that, oh, I'm gonna change or whatever. You know, if anything, I was lying to myself the whole time. You thought you knew me. You didn't, because I was just putting on a mask. And then also doing Afro. I love Afro beats. Like, my first Afro beat song was Whole Again. Literally my first track. And
Great track.
yeah, thank you. That song really made me like figure out, like, okay, I need to, if I'm singing and I know that I can sing, I don't need to be shy about it, you know. And so Whole Again, the beats, everything, I found myself, I'll be honest, I found myself on that beat, on that track, and I found a different way to sing. Like, I built confidence with that. I'm like, so yes, Afro beats it's me. That's who I am. I'm African, and so I'm highlighting that genre, and that's gonna be, my EP is gonna be strictly Afro beats. Kolo Bia's on there, Whole Again is on there, and a couple other songs. Gonna be 7 tracks. So I'm excited for it, and to let people just see that that side of me exists, right? Like, I wouldn't call myself an Afrobeats artist because I love to do any kind of music, but I just want to use this opportunity to let people see me the way that I now see me, and somebody that is like, I got it and I can do it no matter what.
Well, your art's very diverse, and one thing I just keep thinking about, you mentioned the words shy, You talked about imposter syndrome, but then again, that's not the charismatic person I saw on my doorstep selling me Tellus stuff. What was it like when you first came to Regina? Were you feeling that shyness? Were you feeling imposter, or were you free? You got to be yourself. You got to be an open lesbian.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's been a journey. Like, cause when I came here, I came with my mom. My older brother was already here. He moved here 2010, and then I came 2013. So I was depressed, you know, because I knew that I was in a country that would allow me to be myself, but it was scary because I never knew how to be myself. So now it's like you're giving me something that I know I need, but I don't know how to use it. So I was very, very depressed, but I'm happy that I'm here, that I stayed this long, and eventually I was able to come out of my shell, and I came out in Regina, in Saskatchewan, in Canada, you know. Like, honestly, though, like, this country and this province and this city it showed me who I am. And I think it's because of the people around me. I think they say you're a product of your environment. So obviously, like, when you're in a place like this where everybody is just so carefree, no one's judging you, like, people just want to live literally and have fun. If you constantly are around that, then you become that kind of person too. And so I think that's what helped me. But initially I was very depressed because it was overwhelming to see that, oh my God, I'm in a place that I can be myself, but I don't know how to be myself. So yeah, but now I'm good.
When did you start making music? 3 years ago?
Officially taking my music to the studio 2018. That was when I recorded my first song. And yeah, so like 5 years now I've been making music, going to the studio and stuff like that.
How did that help with the settling in here? And you've said before that you're grateful for this city.
Yes, very. My friend was actually the one that encouraged me to take my music to the studio. So the first song I recorded, it was recorded at Blue Door. We did it at the Blue Door has 2 studios, so like the big one, and then there's the small one. So we did it at the small studio with a producer called Prosper. He's also Nigerian, but he's in Saskatoon now. He's moved to Saskatoon. And my friend encouraged me to go, like, record. I was, again, very, very nervous. First time in the studio, you know, never really sang through a DAW, and, like, having to hear myself through it, it was very different. But, yeah, what was the other part of the question?
Just how did music make you feel at home here and grateful for this city?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I've always been doing music, like even back home in Nigeria. That's what helped me to get through my dark days. So I think how that spilled over and kind of like built my confidence was the acceptance of the music here, and to see people actually like affirm that, okay, you have some really good stuff. So that built my confidence even more, and it made me want to stand up for myself more, want to put more music out there, because I'm around a bunch of people that actually believe in me, people that don't care what I look like, people that just want to have fun. So like, why not, you know? The music has always been there, but it was lacking. But now I feel like it's not anymore, just because like good energy, good vibes, good city, good people, and just working on myself too. Yeah.
How confident are you in your craft now, 3 years later? I guess more than 3 years, but
I'm feeling pretty confident, but I'm big on growing. Like, I don't like to be in the same place, coming from somebody that was in the same place for a very long time. But no, I really don't like, especially musically though, because that's why I don't classify myself as like any specific genre, because anything goes with me, right? So yeah, it's just I forget the question.
do you transform when you have a mic in your hand? Because again, I'm seeing both a shy person, but then just an electric person when you're performing. I see pure confidence when you have the mic in your hand.
Yeah, it's that's the only thing that matters. Like, you can take everything from me, but like music you can't. And I think that's something that God wanted me to see, and he showed me like, look, I've blessed you with this gift for a reason. I know you're going through it right now, but you figure it out, you know. And now that I'm here, 2023, like, I did a lot of live shows. I only started doing live shows last year. Did a lot of live shows, and I, like, again, like you're saying, like, whenever I just go on stage and I hold the mic, it's gone. Like, the initial getting on stage is tough, but once I'm there and I have the mic, the music starts playing, then I don't think about nothing else. Just want to sing and dance, and I don't even care about my dance moves. I just be vibing. I fall on stage a lot of times because I trip on myself a lot. Yeah.
Well, you're performing for us today.
Yes.
Kolo Bia?
Kolo Bia,
Kolo Bia.
aka Crazy Calm.
Tell me about what makes that song special to you.
Oh man. Okay. I need to be honest. Kolo Bia is about a situation that I was in. I found myself in a situation over the summer. Again, like, all love to like this person that I was hanging with a lot, but we fell out. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I like making music and writing about my feelings and stuff, but it's really hard for me to make music where I don't fully understand the situation, right? Like, a voice in my head would tell me, you need to write a song about it. It's done. Even my music friends, write a song about it, you know? But I really struggle when I'm in a negative place or when I don't have clarity with the person. Mm-hmm. So putting it into words, I struggle with that. Putting it into music, because I need to write honest music. So I need to write something that I understand and something that, okay, I can understand where they're coming from, and then I understand where I'm coming from, and then I can make a song about it from my perspective. But so with Kolo Bia, I actually wrote that song hungover, like literally woke up on a Sunday morning. I was drunk, like so blacked out on the Saturday. Woke up on Sunday, my producer, the guy who made the beat, he's in Slovakia. Shout out to Dexty, by the way. He's in Slovakia, and he sent me that beat. So I wake up like I'm still very like, but I'm also still feeling the vibe like from the night before. So I'm like, okay, let me go listen to this beat this guy sent me. So I have this app on my phone, Spire. That's where I record all my songs before I take it to the studio. So I just pressed play and I started to vibe with it and just singing. And after that, I go back, I read through the song. So I listen to the song, and then because it was a freestyle initially, so I know that what I'm saying came from my heart. So then it spoke to me like, it's already done, I need you to go. If it's said to you, you know what they say. It's already fallen, man, not my law. I was like, wow, like that's how I'm really feeling. So from then on, I just carried on the song, and then verse 2 is the way I look at relationships with women. That's how I want my relationships to be, because I'm a very like romantic person, I think so.
I think so too, based on reading some of your stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so verse 2 for Kolo Bia is how I want my relationships to be, but verse 1 is how my relationships are, is the reality. It's like, it's a true story, man. Like, that's how, like, at least with my experiences, that's how the girls, like, they see me. It's always like attitude, like, or they're just looking for attention, want me to, and I'm shy. Like, I don't have time to be chasing you all around town, bro. Like, that's not the vibe, you know? Like, yeah, you're very pretty, but hey, are you down to get to know me or not? And then it's like, when I give up, they get mad. Like, oh, why you not chasing me? But I'm like, that's too much mental work. Like, that's a lot of mental power. Like, no. So yeah, Kolo Bia is special because I was able to, you know, talk about my feelings and talk about how I see like my relationships and how I want my relationships to be and how it actually is. And also the experience over the summer too was heavy on that too. It's not really about that person, but they also solidified the fact that, okay, I need to talk about this. So yeah.
It's a great story about the song. Your whole story is great. Where does your story take you next? You mentioned before we even sat down to interview that you don't want to go anywhere. You want to stay here.
I want to stay in Saskatchewan. I really want to stay in Saskatchewan,
Why?
Regina. I don't know. I don't know why, but I just feel like there's a lot that can happen here still. Like, I think I'm a very positive person. Sometimes I might be overly positive, which is dangerous, but I look at this province and the city very positively. Especially, I'm a rebel too, so it's like everyone's leaving, I'm like, I'm gonna stay. You know, I'll be the one to do the opposite, you know. Also, I think I make great music, and the city supports me, so where am I going? Like, it's hard to find people who actually genuinely, like, rock with you, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not, like, my music is not all about, like, obviously I want to be able to make money from my song eventually if that's what God wants for me, but I'm not doing it because I'm trying to be very famous or whatever, you know? Like, I'm doing it because this shit helps me get through my day. Like, it really helps me, like understand who I am and talk about my feelings. Like, it's real stuff. So I'm here. I'm all yours, Saskatchewan. I'm not going anywhere.
We'd love to have you. ZOCHI, congratulations on everything. Thanks for this.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.